Welcome friends! This is a different kind of video than my other videos, but that's because we're just trying to figure out what we're doing here. So let's just get straight into it. Our flavor for today is deep diving into Rule of Rose while playing some Rule of Rose. Hi everybody, I'm Chaos Raven and let's just bite straight into it. And I know, it's super original. No one has ever thought about doing a deep dive into this game or even thought about doing a let's play format. And that's what you can expect from this channel. You know, regurgitating information in a format that has existed forever, but claiming it as our own. Rose is a game that has fallen into obscurity because of controversy and stemming from complete misinformation. It's actually ridiculous what happened with befallen onto this game. It halted their production in numerous countries. It's the reason why this game, and I'm speaking in Canadian terms, roughly goes for like 1K plus complete. Our dollar is horrible. I don't know why. It's so bad. A fun and very respectable Italian weekly magazine named The Panorama publicized a very misleading article written by, and I'm so sorry about mispronunciation, Guido Castellano, condemning the game for its violent and erotic nature involving young girls. Yes, it does showcase the dark nature of children, and we will dive into that a little bit later, but the most diabolical thing that I can think of is when the children pour water on her, kidnap her. Yes, that's horrible. Rubbing rats in her face. Okay, yeah, some of it is disturbing. I think we can all agree, but it's not like nails being pulled out, bones breaking, limbs being cut off violent. Now, erotic, I'm not sure where they got that. The only possible indication that even my religious devout grandmother would deem erotic and hoe behavior is the part where Meg pricks her finger with a rose and Diana decides to bring it to her lips and, sucks on it. Why? Because it's, we're seeing it through the lens of an adult. When children play together, they sometimes act in ways that adults would deem erotic, but to children, they don't see it as lustful. They don't feel sin or guilt. Like when I was in grade 2, my friend Melissa and I kissed because boys in her class kept harping on us for like how close we were. So we just ran with it. We kissed each other on the lips, held hands, and skipped to class. I didn't see any harm in it. We just loved each other as friends. We were really good pals. But maybe to an adult, if they were to see that, they would be like, that's a hoe right there. It's laughable, really. Like, he also went on to argue that, this is the kicker, that there was a bearing alive game mechanic implemented in the game. Which, truthfully, how would one even incorporate a mechanic that successfully? Again, this was based off of simply the opening scene in the game where players see Jennifer getting pushed into an open casket before she's stowed away like mischievous children do, Just little games. They're just playing. It's funny that Guido means guide in Italian because this individual guided this game straight to its demise. This article was the first domino. In November 2006, 3 French deputies decided they really needed to introduce a bill requesting for the game to be banned for sale. The reason behind their decision? Well, they felt that the goal of Rule of Rose was to, and this is a quotation, violate a little girl in the most horrible conditions, then torturing her before killing her in the worst of sufferance. At this point, I have to question whether or not they're even discussing about the same game, because I played this game a couple of times and have no idea where anyone would kind of make that assumption. And I think a lot of people are more sensitive because it's just this thing involves children, so I can see why they're a little bit sensitive towards it. But like, I find like they're basing their whole findings on a trailer. Can you imagine if a movie reviewer wrote a review solely on a trailer and nothing else? That would be asked. The government really got involved with this game. They were trying to cultivate the true and tiring assumption that, violent games cause violence in people. But again, comparative to other games that were released on the PS2, Rule of Rose wasn't really violent. It had more deep meaning, and like I think that's what this game did so well. Talking about kids, the good ending of Silent Hill 1 PS1, Cheryl dies. Harry brings home a new baby born from her and Alyssa, but she's dead and she was 7. That's sad. Anyways, I'm digressing. In the end, 505 Games decided to refrain from publishing the game in the United Kingdom after the reception they received from the government body and the public. That's understandable. So let's just find out together what this game really is. We're going to dive into some themes, some symbolism, so, grab a coffee, tea, or beverage of choice, and This game has many themes implemented in it. For Jennifer, it's the coming of age, kicking and punching. That is, the game starts with our unfortunate protagonist receiving an incomplete storybook from a terrifying child on the bus. All children are terrifying. The incomplete stories represent the repressed memories of Jennifer's childhood memories. And as she continues to progress through the game and gather more pieces of the story, she slowly recalls parts of her past. And that's why this game can seem very limited in its storytelling, but that's because it's exclusively being told by Jennifer's perspective and no one else's. It's based on her very limited memories. This game was designed to make the players feel uncomfortable. It explores the darkness of children, what happens if children have full power over adults. Children, after all, are not born evil, but being brought up in a cruel life in the adoption system, consistently disregarded by society, having an undeveloped frontal cortex, so they don't fully understand the consequences of their actions unless being taught by parental guidance, which, by the way, they also had lack of supervision and just intense drama. One would say that this is definitely a recipe of some cruel behavior, especially since the children are just now masquerading their behavior on what they presumed as adult behavior by creating a secret society, the Red Crayon Aristocrat. Certain characters understand the meek will follow the strong-headed, so they encapsulate it quickly, hence Diana. And also Wendy, but we won't really talk about her yet. They're just binding each other together. Children, after all, want to feel love and acceptance, so it's easy for them to see why they would succumb to the demands of the aristocrats. They want to feel that belonging that was omitted to them since birth. The reason the focus for this game was mainly on little girls is mainly the fact that the developers thought that boys were just predictable, that they herald like simplistic relationships with each other, and they just felt like girls would just had that unpredictability, or that whole thing where boys bully physically but girls do it psychologically, and that girls are two-faced behavior, but he does also the to adults also display that two-faced persona. I feel like some girls, and not all because we don't like to generalize here, do mirror behavior around them, mainly with adults. I remember from my earlier years, I would observe adults like I was a scientist. I would repeat certain behaviors that would reward me or that I thought were cool, but then I also knew how to, play the little sweet girl to manipulate them to avoid getting into trouble. So yeah, I did play this system, and I played it well. During an interview with one of the developers, they stated how they intended to showcase familiarity, oh my god, that's a hard one for me, and closeness within children. That they can see why, viewing through the lens of an adult, that the behavior expressed with the girls may seem erotic. But like I've stated before, to children, they're simply being kids. They don't see it as lustful. Right now, through like what I'm playing, you won't really see too much of a rope symbolism, but the rope becomes more prevalent the more we progress. And for instance, Jennifer gets tied up, and then when we come across Brown, our little handy dandy, cute, adorable little puppers, he's also suspended in the air and tied up. The rope represents restriction. It's a motive to Jennifer's repression of her stay in the orphanage. As we progress through the game, the environment becomes completely entangled with rope. This is symbolizing the imprisonment the children feel, tied. They're simply tied to the orphanage. They don't have any control over the circumstances that led them there. Okay, so this is take 5. I told myself I was going to do this, and guess what? I did it anyways. So there were some technical issues. Some webcams didn't line up with the gameplay no matter how hard I tried, or some of them had like the audio just was very echoey. So we're going to go ahead and now finally complete this. I'm just going to publish it and not look back. I do apologize for like the quality, because this is PS2 directly to my PC now, so you'll see a little like pixel red dots. So I think in the near future I'm going to have to like look or invest into like a better adapter piece. So we're just going to dive right into it. Press start and just have fun now, hopefully. New game.
Once
upon a time, there was precious little girl. She just wasn't a little girl.
the princess of the red rose.
I was also friends with royalty.
Then one day, her mummy and daddy died suddenly.
Oh, that's
And the
sad.
poor little girl
That's kind of
was
crazy
sent
though, because that means
away
like on both sides,
to a
she
strange
didn't have
house.
her parents didn't have good relations with their extended family, or maybe there wasn't no extended family. An empty bus, nice, nice. The cutscenes, beautiful in this game. Like they obviously wanted to really show people like, look what we can do with our technology. A little child, terrifying in any horror settings. I don't like children in horror. They're just too good at their job.
Play with me, Jennifer.
Boy, don't wake
Read the
me.
story.
Boy,
Please read
I'm
the story.
sleeping.
What happens next?
I don't even know if I want to like start like not nitpicking, like spoiling the game for a lot of people, like on who that individual is.
What's this?
But see, as you can see, the storybook is incomplete. Again, like where I was saying before, is a representation of Jennifer's memories on her time in the orphanage. She recalls she was an orphan, of course, but I feel like she doesn't even remember the place she stayed.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's it. I thought I had something else in my mind. Like, no. How's you guys? Just bated breath on that.
Where are you going?
Yo, that kid is mowing down. Watch how she runs. Saw how that kid run? He ran like a football player. I'm gonna show you how Jennifer runs after this bit. Oh no, my luggage has been left upon the bus. 1930 March. Hey, I'm a March baby. All the Pisces out there. The little princess. She looks like a single mom. She's like, fuck my life. It's very like misconceiving because they keep referring to her as a little girl. Jennifer is 20. She is young. I'm not saying she's not young, but saying that she's like a little girl is weird. But I guess again, they're just referring to younger Jennifer, not the older one. The little princess. Once upon a time, there was a precious little girl. Her friend, the Princess of the Red Rose, was always at her side. Then one day, her mommy and daddy died suddenly. The princess too disappeared, leaving the girl all alone. So as you can see, it's a very crude drawing of an airship, because they actually had like Japanese kids do all the writing and drawings in the game. That's why they're pretty good though, I'm not gonna lie. Like look at the dynamic pose of that guy. Like it looks like you can tell he's like heaving, he's pulling. It's very dynamic. I really appreciate that. And the little girl was set away to a strange house. I love the sound of paper sometimes when it's like written heavily on or drawn on. That it's so good. So the little girl was alone. Sorry, I didn't say little girl. And so the story begins. A mysterious, unthinkable, filthy tale. They use filthy a lot. You can convert this into a drinking game, but I wouldn't want you to be sent to the hospital. However, the young girl, Jennifer, had no choice but to surrender to the unsettling predicament. Oh, what a unlucky girl. Dyslexia right there. See, this is her speed. This is default speed. Can't go any faster. If anything, like, this is her fighting. She does a little wax on, wax off motion. Because the developers didn't really... They wanted to obviously add combat, but they also still want to demonstrate, like, Jennifer's meekness. Like, even when she uses, like, improvised weapons, like a fork, a knife. I actually don't remember what other ones she has, to be honest. It's been a while. And when she's, like, in combat, she tends to like cover her face. Not like you would think like, oh, you know, that makes sense though, Raven. People protect their faces all the time. It's like, no, she just doesn't want to see what she's doing, right? But at least there's combat. Outlast, you can learn a thing or two. Strolling in the darkness is my best friend. Hopefully there's no bears or no man. As the girl approached the sign, she heard her dog bark. Sounds like a whimper, but it's fine. Sounds strangely familiar to her. Beckoned her to come. Sounds familiar to her. She's like, I remember those cries of pain. Was she a psychopath secretly? Hello. There's an old padlock on the door. However, it's not locked. Oh, but it usually is locked. So this is sometimes where... I don't want to say. Do I say it? Where young Jennifer was kept. Where she was being taken care of by a gentleman named Gregory. The slip of paper is tied to the dog's collar. Of course, she doesn't remember this, but there's like hints and indication like the dog's collar. The buck and knight that's incomplete here, but you can still access to. The name Brown is on the dog collar. Ugh, the laughter of children make me sick to my stomach. I can see. Alrighty. A cool little tent, makeshift bed. Is this footsteps? Looks like footsteps. The little boys in this game have such like adult laughter. It's weird. It's off-putting. Can I go over here? No? Fuck. Okay. Then I don't care. I thought there was like a hole to investigate, and then Jennifer kind of realizes, oh, someone can stare into you. Or stare into the cabin. Because English grammar is... Don't. Leave me alone. It's early in the morning right now for me. I'm still trying to have my cup of coffee. So yeah, easy stroll. This is pretty much the basis of the game. A lot of walking around. Part 2 is when things are going to start to unravel. I was trying to find the word. And I say, hey, oh, what a wonderful kind of day, hey. That took like 9 minutes. I've just, yeah, boy, swung that iron gate. Iron gate, by the way, it's pretty hefty, like it was nothing. Following the boy up the road, she came upon a huge old mansion. For some reason, this place seems familiar to the unlucky girl. But she's just going to ignore that because she just doesn't want to be bothered with those memories. I get it. Oh my god, they're playing my favorite game. Smacking something that's in a sack with a stick. I would never do that, especially if there's an animal inside. So obviously there's a lot of cruelty between kids and animals. What do you expect? It's the aftermath of like horrible drama that these kids have experienced. Children with bags over their heads are beating something with a stick. The unlucky girl was frightened and backed away from the gate. Oh, children. You poor things. You need some therapy. And maybe a good embrace, like a hug. Not for me, because I don't like giving hugs. I don't like people touching me. But someone else could provide that service. You can find someone who's a hug person. Running, I see your head. Wow, that child has a man's laugh. It all sounds so fake. You're not even laughing. This is a cheesy anime. I do like how the menu is like chalkboard. Dude has like asthma problems. It's like how I'm talking right now. But that's because I'm still kind of sick, so. I'm only going here because you'll see there's like graffiti on the wall that displays the story of the stray dog. And the stray dog represents like one of the adults in this entire story. So the legend of the stray dog kidnaps kids. And here it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 gravestones or grave sites. Each one has something on it uniquely to the person, but it's really hard to discern what exactly. But Can I like look, kind of investigate that? Like, can I make an input? No. She's like, I don't care. Tombstones in the ground, please. Jennifer probably seen a lot of death. This is like 1930s, so it's just before World War II is going to happen. So she's going to see plenty of death. It's actually really sad. Legend of the Stray Dog. Stray Dog gives us sweets, and that's why you don't accept sweets, even if they're in like complete packages. People can use syringes to put shit in. Empty cages are stacked up in here. Were animals being kept here? Better not. Shouldn't put kids in these conditions, let alone animals. Wait. Not that I'm saying like animals deserve better. No, I mean like, you get what I'm trying to say. No creature of life should be kept in those conditions. There I go. Save myself. Well, I want to participate in the sack smacking with a stick. I need a better name for this game, guys. Entrance this way. Thank you. I can tell because it's double doors, but thank you so much for that note. Think I'm stupid? I'm smart. But yeah, get used to that sharp string sound. They really wanted to, when they were making like the composition for this, for the soundtrack, they abstained from electronics. They specifically wanted to feel human, so they did traditional instruments, which works wonders. Even like their theme song, the I think it's called Love Suicide, it always gave me this like Billie Holiday vibe, and I love it. The unlucky girl felt the chilling gaze of many eyes upon her. Yet, she was all alone. Yes, we get it. She's alone. I forgot. That's how they stop you from entering doors. That used to scare the shit out of me. Not anymore, because I'm a big girl now. What's over here? A woman's lavatory. Such a fancy way of saying it. Wait, is there something drawn on that mirror? Can I change the camera? Change it better. That's all good camera. Oh. Okay, there's many bulging sacks are piled up in a heap. Why did you? There's better ways of saying that. It smells awful. My my makeshift thing went down. There was definitely a better way of wording that. But yeah, use better words to describe that. Like using bulging of in any capacity, it's just it doesn't sound good. So we are going to go ahead. What's over here? It's a hallway. Reception room. Okay. I love this like Victorian academia setting here. Headmaster's bedroom. It doesn't say bedroom, but I add words all the time, so. There's a small model of the mansion inside the tank, but no fish. Well, that's a little odd. But I can see where the kids got the idea of, you know, airship is a giant fish in the sky. Something written in a notebook. Oh my god, I love reading people's journals. I don't, but in the games I do. Let's read his thoughts. March 2nd. Oh my god, it's after my birthday. Recently, the children have been engaging in odd behaviors and spreading disturbing rumors. Rumors about creatures that come after children who don't clean up and stray dogs that kidnap small tots. It's all very bizarre. Maybe there's some truth into it. Maybe like you should actually do a head count of your orphans. Because I think some of them are going missing and you just don't realize it. You'd be like, wow, there's 3 empty beds. I didn't know we had 3 spares. Meanwhile, it's like 3 kids gone missing. The statue looks like... Ooh! I hate that. I don't like that. Hearing something run through the hall, but you don't see anything, it's like Paranormal Activity vibes. Closet room. I feel like I'm wasting my time. I think I should just go up the stairs. Damn! This is a closet space? Yo, this is bigger than the space I'm in right now. It looks like there's a monster drawn on the mirror. That's sad. That makes me sad. As someone who was like, who had crippling like dysmorphia, especially pertaining to like her face, and I think that kind of relates to Amanda, because you'll see who Amanda is, but if that's the case, that's kind of sad if that's how she sees herself. Okay, it's locked. Okay, cool. We're gonna backtrack. I think we wasted time. How'd I get back? Great lighting, love it. Kids. His footsteps and like to the relation to his actual feet, they don't match. Just, I'm a little nitpicky now, but just filth room. I love how they have a room dedicated to filth. But JK, guess why they call it filth room? Yeah. Who does that look like to you, folks? That looks like our girl Jennifer, so that's just very rude. There's a creepy doll tied to the pillar. Oh, I'm so glad you find this so amusing. I'm so glad. Okay, so this is an old photograph. Let's see how many kids there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, excluding the person in the middle that's holding the hands, that's wearing the right dress, because that is little Jennifer. Oh no, actually, there's more kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12 of Jennifer. So who is like? There's 8 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't know why there's 8 sticks exclusively. If maybe there's more, I just didn't explore that area enough. Oh, Bucket Man. I need you, Bucket Man. Well, it's good to know. At least my room, there's a toilet right across the street. That's actually a really good location. Prime real estate, if I've known any better. I don't, but don't know where this kid bypassed me, but he did. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm not above. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. What's up here? Oh yes, okay. So the dormitory. So there was, I think, roughly 12 kids. But I mean, there's a lot of beds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Like there's enough for every child. But I remember seeing something where they believe the bed that has a pile of leaves is our young woman over here. Old bed. But I'm digressing. We did not really actually have to go there. There's nothing of value. Oh shit, I gotta go back. Gotta find that kid and threatened to hit him. But not hit him. Not hit him anywhere that leaves a bruise. No, don't hit kids. Even if they deserve it, don't do it. Unless they're the girl from the orphanage. Ooh, library. I love a good library. Is there any books I can read here? No. That is a gorgeous library too. Fuck. I was about to say I wish I was in North. That's only for the library. If it had a library like that, I'd be like, well, I wish I was an orphanage. I don't, obviously. I know it's like a horribly like cruddy conditions. The kids are not treated with respect. They never get to ever express love and acceptance from parents, so it was just a very bad meaning joke. Also, grammar is not my forte. I do have like, okay. Kids, stop laughing at me. I do hate though when I'm watching any movie where there's like a full-grown adult and they're getting ridiculed by a bunch of kids, and they take it like they don't try to defend themselves, like Jennifer most of the time. Ooh, we got a map. Wow, this is like the worst map art. This is like the worst map I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. No, I feel like Silent Hill does the map system best, and then I'll give it to Resident Evil. The Silent Hill, because the character's right on the map. This game is just very grainy, even on my end. Hello. This is romantic. I like this. When the unlucky girl approached the boy, he said, "My, aren't you a slowpoke like always? Here, read me the rest of the story. You know, the book I handed you. I don't like your orders." Jennifer read the rest of the story to me. Oh, Jennifer, read the rest of the story to me. You know, the book I handed you. Now that's like a different tone. I don't know why I sent it a different attitude. Oh, sorry. Let me get on that. And the poor little girl was sent away to a strange house. At her new home, the aristocrat club lived by the rule of rose, but the girl found herself very much alone. We will now begin the funeral. It's like an airport. All those attending, please gather around at this time. You're not even in unison. Like, practice a bit before you do this. Ashes to ashes. Come on, Jennifer. The funeral is about to begin. People are really excited for this funeral. It's a funeral for your dear friend. All right. Damn, the kid is so fast. Jennifer didn't even know how he came down from the top all the way down and around her before she realized that the boy was gone. Because she's just very slow. And the girl was left in confusion. The boy is just Sonic. Super fast. Can I look out this window? I want to look out the window. When the camera angle changes, it messes with me. Oh, you little shit. I want to look out the window. Why is this like blacked out? Oh my god, this dog. There's nothing I can do right now. I'm coming. I have to attend to the funeral of my dearest friend. Don't know who that is yet, but... Attending to a funeral of my... What? Hello? Okay, I was like, can you change the camera, please? Where is this? Over here? No. Okay, cool. Stop laughing. I'm trying to look for the courtyard. I don't know where it is. Oh, this is it. I found it. Never mind. Got it, guys. When the girl went out to the yard, she found a shovel. Jesus, I'm like, today the reading comprehension is just, it escapes me. I have days where like I could be articulate, and then other days where it's just like, not today. That's fine. The unlucky girl's sense that something was very, very dear to her was buried here. As if possessed, she began to dig furiously and fast. Because we're all families here. Fast and Furious references. I like how there's like no soil on her shovel. Like it shows there, but once she lifts it off, it disappears. She's got some good knee flexion.
Just look at you. You're filthy.
That's rude. So Jennifer just like, despite the fact that you're seeing an adult, I think you're witnessing like 7-year-old Jennifer. Because a normal adult would just like push them away.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our flight. Attention all passengers. We will be taking off in a short while. Please take all large
I love it in the
luggage to Section 8
courtyard.
of the freight storage
Love it.
compartment. Thank you.
And here it is, the infamous bearing alive mechanic right there. That's it. That's their proof. You know, there's just like playing a fun game. What like every little girl does in her childhood. Kidnap her friends. And then stow them away in like R101 suckling airship, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've never experienced that yourself, you haven't had a childhood. Just saying. Anyways, that's the conclusion of part 1. I didn't really want to outstretch this video unnecessarily. So part 2 will be kind of a bit more showing the game and the progression. And I'll just kind of like, as the story goes, discuss the characters, the relations to each other, the development, and all that stuff about the game. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have yourself a wonderful day, or just a day. Just have yourself a day too.